It is Friday today, another easy lesson, all right? So for today, what are you going to need? You need page 277, 278, right? So here we go. Let's see. On this side, this is so easy, right? You just put which one of your arrows goes in there. You remember that? Okay. Down below, we're going to have a story problem, okay? Now we have to listen. Okay? It says, now we have a story method, but they're going to give you some information that you don't need, okay? They're going to tell you a lot of things, so you have to listen. What do I need and what information do I not need, okay? So here we go. You ready? Okay. It said Alex rode his bike for 3 blocks. Now, for you, we don't have blocks here. Not really. But in the United States, in the towns and things, the streets go like this. Okay, there's all the streets. They do it up in the city in Tegucigalpa, or Safe, I think, does it too, right? So you can drive on this street, you drive on this street, right? These are all the streets. But each one of these, so you have stores here, or houses or whatever, right? Okay, we call these blocks or bloques, okay, we call them blocks, okay? So, our story says that Alex rode his bike for 3 blocks. So here he goes. 1, 2, 3. He rode his bike for 3 blocks. His BC. Okay? Let's get another. Okay. So there's Alex on his BC. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Tina and Tanya each rode their bikes for 4 blocks. Okay? Tanya and Tina. 1, 2, 3, 4. The girls rode this far. Their brother rode that far. Okay? How many blocks did Tanya and Tina ride together? How many blocks did Tanya and Tina ride together? So, how many blocks did Tanya ride? Tanya rode 4. How many did Tina ride? Tina also rode 4, didn't she? So how many did they both ride together? They rode 8 blocks altogether. What information do you not need? They don't care. We don't care how many Alex rode, did we? Because they're not asking about Alex. They're only asking about the girls, right? So when you get problems like that, you have to be very, very careful that you do what? You look for the information that is asked for, okay? So, what do we want to do? So it says circle the information that we don't need. The information we don't need is this part right here. Right? Alex rode 4 blocks. We don't care. We want to know how many did the girls ride. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Cool, huh? We need to see how carefully you're paying attention, okay? And then, okay, the second one. Dad worked in the yard for 5 hours. Okay? So, let's do this. We will write the information on the board, okay? It says Dad worked for 5 hours. Dad. How many did Dad write? Work. Dad equals 5. Okay? Mom worked for 4 hours. Alex worked for 3. So, here's the question now. How many more hours did Dad work than Alex? Okay? How many more hours did Dad work than? So we need Dad's hours and we need Alex's numbers, don't we? Do we care about Mom? We love Mom, but she's not important to this question, right? So goodbye, Mom. Adios. Okay? So what are we going to do on our paper? Right here where it says Mom worked in the yard for 4 hours. That's the part we're going to circle, right? Because we don't need that information. Okay, now, this is the information we need. Dad worked 5, Alex worked 3. Now the question is, how many more hours did Dad work than Alex? Okay, when we hear how many more, is that addition or subtraction? Think, is that an addition problem? If we say how many did they work all together, that's addition, right? But in case you're stuck, here's a way to do it, in case you get confused. We go like this. Here's Alex. 1, 2, 3. Alex. Right? 1, 2, 3. Here's Dad. How many did Dad work? Dad worked 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Dad worked 5. Alex worked 3. How many more did Dad work than Alex? How many more? Let's see. Dad has 2 more, doesn't he? So when we hear how many more, it is going to be a subtraction problem. So what is our sentence? 5, this is Dad, right? Dad, 5. Dad is 5 minus Alex, right? Because Alex is 3, they're the same. Equals 2. Okay? That's how it works. Okay? Okay. Down at the bottom of your paper. Okay? Let's put our money in here. We have the first one is a 25. Then comes a 1, 1, 5, and 10. Okay? 25, 1, 1, 5, and 10. If you need, you might ask your daddy or your mama to give you some lempiras. It might make it easier for you to count them. I don't know. For some children it is. So if you can say, okay, here's 25, boop, 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 boop. Here's 2, 1, 2. Here's 5, boop, boop. Let me get my money. Where to put the money? Money, 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 money. Okay. If you're having problems, what do? You get some lempiras. Okay? Okay, so you go, first you have 25, right? So you get 10, 20, 25, right? 25, put them in a pile. Then we have 2 ones, 1, 2, then a 5, and then a 10. Right? If you have to, get your lempiras. And then if you have lempiras like this, what do? You sort them out, don't you? You put the 10s in one pile, the 5s in one pile, and the 1s in one pile. 1, 5, 10, 10. And then what can you do? Then you start with, oops, you don't drop them on the floor, that's what. And you start with the biggest ones first, right? And then you count your 10s, and then your 5s, and then your 1s, right? If you need that, maybe you can ask your mama or your daddy if they can give you some lempiras to practice on, okay? Alrighty. Other side of the paper. Up here, okay, it says on your happy paper, It says, write the before and after number by twos. Here, what are you going to do? Put the plus or minus sign in there. Down here you have clocks. You have digital clocks. You have analog clocks, right? Okay, what do? You find, okay, what is this time here? Okay, where you find the analog clock that has the same numbers at, and you color the background green. You find, the digital clock. This one here, this is your digital clock. You find the analog clock that has that time on it. You color the background yellow, okay? That's what you're going to do, okay? So there's your work for today. Today's Friday, and you're done for the week. Have a good weekend.